Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Stefan and welcome to another video. Now today we're gonna be talking about a game. Now you might be wondering, why would we be interested in a game? Well, as you know, my channel is pretty much interested or covers games such as MMORPGs and a lot of others, but today we're gonna be talking about a new MMORPG that is gonna be coming out. I don't know yet when. It's not probably going to be soon because it's still in the early stage of creating the game overall. So, the game is called Chronicles of Elyria. So let's stop right there. The name already is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie, the name is pretty epic. So I was like, okay, let's check this game. It's probably going to be, you know, as most MMORPGs these days, not that huge of a hit. Or, I don't know. We'll see. But I checked it out and I instantly fell in love, and I'm gonna be talking about it today. So first let's start by saying that there isn't much info out there yet, but we'll be talking about what we have. And obviously I'm not a pro at this topic, so I don't know everything, but there's few things that I know and few things that I want to talk about. So let's start with the thing that I'm most somewhat excited about, but it's something special that I haven't seen in any other games, and it's the aging feature. Basically what happens is you create a character, you play for a very long time, and character ages and eventually dies, and it permanently dies. It isn't just dying and, you know, I don't know what could happen next, but, you know, it permanently dies and you start up a new character. Now, basically, most of the people will be like, wait. That's not something I want to see playing a game for a very long time. I don't even know yet how much. I think there was like 1 year. A life of a character will be 1 year of, you know, just age. If you die from age, it will be 1 year. Then you'll have to create a new character. So people will be like, wait, why would I want to play 1 year, like, a lot, and then just all of a sudden die and have to start all over again? Well, that's why they know about this. So they have done something about the game, and there's a soul system. Basically what that means is that you progress your soul. So when you die, obviously your body dies, but your soul continues on to the next character. This doesn't mean though that if you have a progressed, for example, 50 skill points in a certain talent or something. I don't know yet how it works, but let's say there's like skill points. So if you have 50 skill points in a certain area, it doesn't mean that when you create a new character you'll have that 50 points, but actually what happens is you'll have still 0, but you'll progress in that area a lot faster than you did in your previous life. Now, I don't know if you know, have like 100 characters, for example, let's say, and then you create a new one. Does that mean that, you know, in every single aspect you'll be progressing really fast? Don't know about that, but we'll have to see. As well, I think that there's some downsides to when you die. Like, for example, if you die often, like if you die from wounds and things like that, that would as well hurt in a way your soul. Maybe, I don't know. I could see something like that happening. I think they have talked about it, but I don't know much about it. I as well think that, well, obviously, aging, that would mean that when you get closer to the end, when you're really old, that would mean that your reflexes are slower, that you'll move slower, that you can't do as much work as you used to. I could see as well that happening. I think they're going to be doing that because they're going after realistic. And you'll see what I mean by realistic in a bit as well. So that sounds pretty epic already. Just the aging feature is pretty cool. We'll see if it's gonna work out. Something that as well kind of evolves around this aging system is that when you die, basically you pay for the game once, right? There's no paying like World of Warcraft each month, but what they're thinking of doing is that you actually pay per life. So basically if you die, you'll be paying like an extra $20, let's say. There's not a certain amount that you'll be paying yet out there announced, but let's say it's somewhere between $20 to $30 each life. and if one life is a year, you'll be paying each year about $20 to $30. So, you know, in a way, it's not that expensive, and it's kind of cool as well, because it's a huge game, it's a huge project, so obviously they'll need a lot of money to keep this going. So I would see why they would need that money. Some might not like this, some might be alright with it, but you know, I'm okay with it. We'll see how much the startup price for the game is. Hopefully it's not a lot, because I'm really hyped about this game. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is family system. Yes, there's a family system. Basically what I mean by that, it's actually a lot deeper than I'm going to be talking today, but I'm just going to say a few things about it. For example, you can have a wife, or I'm not going to say a wife, you can get married, obviously, because if you're a female character, then you'll need a man. So you can get a married. I don't know if it's married to another NPC or another player, another NPC, a NPC or a player. Probably both, I don't know yet, but that's going to be pretty cool to see that happen, that you can have kids. Then when it's born, you can either choose from it to be a NPC in the game, or that kid would be you when your character eventually dies, that your soul will be transferred to him and you'll continue on your life as your kid, which is pretty cool also. That's also pretty cool, because that makes the game so much more alive. Just seeing like your kid running around in a town, it just makes the game incredible. Now, next thing that I want to talk about is, you know, obviously, as I said, realistic. Now, the world is something that could make the game a lot more realistic. Here's the thing. We do not know yet if the world is flat or if it's a planet. Now, that's going to make a huge difference. Basically, to make a planet, the world a planet, it will take pretty much, I don't know, it's going to be pretty hard to make that happen. But if they do, that would be pretty cool. You know, if you start and walk into one direction and all of a sudden you'll turn back to the startup position, that's pretty cool. I don't know if they're going to be doing that though. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. Something else that I want to talk about the world is that it's fully destructible. So basically everything could break, something could happen to everything basically. And the cool thing about that is that every time you create a new character, it'll be different. The world will be different. It's not going to be the same every single time. I don't think there'll be any invisible walls that you can't walk through. That's also pretty cool. It's a open world, so there won't be any loading screens as far as I know. And you can be traveling for ages, because there's no fast traveling. That's something that I enjoy, because they're thinking about going back to the old times where we actually have to walk all the way to go to another city, for example. That's pretty cool. I totally love that. Maybe it's gonna be fun when you're with friends and you're like, okay, let's go on an adventure to this city, and you all pack up your things and start just walking towards that city. Obviously it's a medieval game, so I could see the game having mounts, and by mounts I mean like a donkey or a horse basically, or something like in Black Desert you could have maybe a wagon. That would be cool to see. Like, you can back up stuff like food and things like that, because food is as well very important in the game. Eating a lot could make you actually gain weight, which is also a cool thing to see about this game to being realistic. So yes, there's no fast traveling. Hopefully there'll be mounts, because walking could be kind of tough. You could be just walking and setting up a camp for the night, you know, sleep. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'm really hyped for it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you can notice, but I'm really hyped for the game. Now, talents and skills, as I said, you know, you kind of progress in certain things. There's no way that you can do everything in a single life, but in few different lives you could do. Something else that's cool, that your skill level is depending on how much you use it. So it will go higher if you use it often, it will go lower if you don't. So that's also something cool to see, that you can't have just a just progress in everything, and it will never go down. It will be just the best in everything. That's pretty cool. Also, you can build a reputation in a city. For example, you could be a baker. That's really cool. Everyone will be knowing you there as the baker, the best baker they've ever seen. So yeah, I think that's gonna be all for today for this game. If you enjoyed, be sure to click that like button and subscribe to get notified when I upload new content. And as always, see you next time. Again, like last time, this is not a tip episode, but it's more of a discussion about a topic that is related to YouTube. And if you're starting a channel, there's some things that you probably should know when you're starting a channel. This is incredibly important, right? So, I don't know if you know, maybe a couple weeks ago, YouTube changed their terms of services, right? And it's pretty much crazy what they've done. And basically,